Welcome to Shenzhen Bay Gymnasium for finals day at the Li-Ning China Masters, the 6th and the last of the Super 750 events on the HSBC BWF World Tour. It is also the last qualifying event before the World Tour finals to be staged in Hangzhou in a little over 2 weeks' time. And that is the World Tour Finals trophy, which the players will be playing for at those prestigious World Tour Finals. The culmination of the whole World Tour, where only the top 8 players and pairs in each of the 5 disciplines will qualify. So it really is an event for the best of the best. Finals day, as I say, and all 5 finals for you this afternoon. And we're starting with mixed doubles, a repeat of the thrilling World Championship final earlier this year. Chae and Huang, the 3-time former world champions, up against the reigning world champion Zheng and Chae. Then it's women's singles, and Han Yue, in her first Super 750 tournament final, is up against the Olympic champion Chen Fei in her 4th final in 4 tournaments played. Then it's women's doubles and the battle of the former All-England champions. Fukushima and Hirota, 3-time World Championship silver medalists, are up against Matsuyama and Shida, last year's All-England winners. Then men's singles and a third all-Japanese men's singles final this year. Kaido Naraoka, the World Championship silver medalist, is up against Kenta Nishimoto, who must win today's final to qualify for those prestigious World Tour finals. Then we finish with men's doubles, and for the first time this year, we have the number 1 against the number 2 seeds in a World Tour men's doubles final. It's the former world number 1s against the current world number 1s. Ranki Reddy and Shetty, the Asian Games gold medalists, up against the current world number 1s, Liang Wei-Ken and Wang Chang. Well, with mixed doubles being our first final of the day, a chance for us to look at the draw from the quarter-final stage. Only 4 different flags next to the 8 players, because we've got 4 pairs from China and 2 from Korea. 6 seeds, though. By semi-finals, we were down to 3 seeds, 3 of the top 4 seeds. We lost the number 2 seeds, incidentally, in the very first round. But 3 different nationalities, 2 pairs from China. It does set up a wonderful repeat of the World Championship final from earlier this year. Now, as far as the qualifiers for the end-of-season World Tour finals, I can tell you that the top 5 have qualified, and because you're only allowed 2 players or pairs from one nation, the number 6 pair, the 3rd Chinese pair, cannot qualify, and therefore we have the 7 and 8, and also Tang Chungman and Si Ying Suet of Hong Kong, by virtue of their semi-final here, have booked their place in the World Tour finals. So it all came down to the wire. The last qualifying tournament to decide the qualifiers for the World Tour finals. So the 2 left-handers, the world champions Zheng and Chae of Korea, in a 6th final in their 22nd tournament of the year. Winners of 3 titles this year, of course, the World Championship gold medal, the China Open, one of the Super 1000 events, and also a couple of weeks ago they won their home event, the Korean Masters 300. The Olympic silver medalists, Zheng Shiwei and Huang in their 9th final in their 15th tournament of the year, so that's over 50% of the tournaments played. They've reached the final. They are 3-time former world champions, former Asian champions, and twice Asian Games gold medalists. Their list of achievements is quite remarkable. So this meeting today in the final will be a 15th meeting between these two pairs. The previous 14, Chen Shuwei and Wang Yashong have an overwhelming advantage, having won 12 of the previous 14, including the last 3. The last time they met was in the semi-final last week at the Kumamoto Masters. 3 games it was in Kumamoto, an hour and 8 minutes. It was an extraordinary match. The Chinese pair last week in the semi-final were a game and won 8 down before they came back to win it. Quite extraordinary. So Zheng Shuwei is 26 years of age. That equates to 5'9", and we should make special note of the fact that he today is in his 75th career final. Last week his partner was in her 75th career final, so she's on 76 now, and they are the world #1s, as you can see. This is their 189th week in total as world #1s. Wang Yashong has been in 3 finals of the China Masters, won the mixed doubles 9 years ago with Lu Kai, was also beaten in 2 women's doubles finals. And when you look at the Fuzhou China Open, which isn't quite the same as the China Masters, well, they've been in 2 finals as well as a combination. All of their matches in 2 straight games. The quarter-final against their teammates, just 26 minutes. And then the semi-final against Fan Yangzhe and Wang Dongping, who beat them in the final of the Denmark Open. They beat in just 41 minutes. Suo Xiangjae is 26 years of age from Bunan in North Jeolla province. 182 equates to 5'11.5", and they're enjoying their 11th week in their 2nd spell at their career high of 4. So both the female players in the partnerships are the older player within the partnership, because Chae is 28 years of age. And for the world champions, well, their matches, they beat European Games gold medalist TotalEnergies Peak in the first round, then the Commonwealth Games gold medalists, the married couple Terry He and Jessica Tan. Quarter-final, they went to 3 games against Cheng Xing and Chen Fanghui of China, came from 4-13 down in the deciding game to win that, and the semi-final beat the 2 left-handers from Hong Kong, Tang Chung-man and Si Suet, the Hong Kong pair that have now qualified for the end-of-year finale, the World Tour Finals. Fabio Beto of Italy is our umpire for this one, and Manfred Chung from Hong Kong, China, the service judge. Yang Ming, the Chinese coach. And the Korean coaching bench.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Zheng Shuwei and Huang Yachong, China. And on my left, Seo Sung-jae and Chae, Korea. Huang Yachong to serve to Seo Sung-jae. Level, play.
So the Olympic silver medalists, current world #1s, Zheng Shuwei and Wang Yashong, far side of the court, getting this final underway. I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say that Chris Langridge, Olympic bronze medalist in the men's doubles discipline from the the Rio Olympic Games, is sitting alongside me. Chris, if this is half as good as the World Championship final, we're going to be in for a real treat.
Yeah, I mean, the last 3 times they've played each other, it's been quite special. If it's even close to that level, I'm excited anyway. But I'm super excited.
1.
Oh, that's a lovely shot from Chae Yu-jun.
3-1.
Great interception, just taking the pace off.
Oh my goodness, that's a super smash from Zheng. Well, for him and his partner, this is a 13th Super 750 final in only their 19th 750 tournament. That's ridiculous stats, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, truly incredible from them. I think the interesting thing about last week, I don't think the Chinese are at their best, and they were actually match point down against the Koreans, and it's almost been a slight reversal of that this week. The Koreans definitely haven't been at their best, but the Chinese so far have been quite incredible.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday's match in the semi-final, and as an all-Chinese encounter, especially Zheng Wei, he was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, nicely done. Well read on the return of serve. The third shot from Huang. Yeah, it doesn't have to be spectacular as long as it's just he's in a downward direction. So often a winner.
A little bit too adventurous there. Huang stepping in, and their opponents are hitting in a downward direction.
Yeah. Well, he didn't read that smash at all. So Zheng.
For me, Zheng Wei, he's obviously got a good attack, there's no doubt about it, but he is timing it incredibly well in this hall. I wouldn't say there's many people that are timing it as well as he is. He's hitting it harder than normal, definitely.
Yeah, it's a wonderful arena here. Over 12,500 capacity. I like the thought process from Chae Yu-jun. She was trying to block and was ready to move forward.
7-4.
Simply couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, and the Chinese then, they just mix their attack, forehand, backhand. In the end, just caught just in that awkward place, kind of in between a backhand or a forehand.
Service over. 5-7.
Huang Yaxiong. To completely miss a shuttle like that, I'm guessing it must have had a neck cord there and slightly deflected.
Well spotted by Sia there. Pretty big gap. Huang Yaxiong just needs to cover just straight a little bit more than central in that situation.
Beautiful change of pace from Huang Yaxiong.
Again, it's so difficult for the Koreans to handle the attack from the Chinese. And it was similar yesterday in the semi-final that I did, which was an all-Chinese encounter.
Well, all 13 previous China
9,
Masters
6.
mixed doubles titles have been won by Chinese pairs. And plus, Chinese pairs won the 2 Fuzhou China Opens as well. So, pressure on the number
Service
1
over.
seeds to
7,
keep that trend
9.
going for home pairs in the mixed doubles discipline. Well, she's still wearing the compression stocking on her right calf muscle, which she injured at the Asian Games. Still not 100% comfortable that the injury has fully recovered. Oh, that's careless.
11,
And to the mid-game
7
interval. Zheng Shuwei and Wang Yaxiong with a 4-point advantage here in the opening game.
seconds, 20 seconds.
Kim Ha-kyun,
11, 7.
head coach to the Korean team,
Play.
working exclusively to Chae Yu-jung. What he wants her to do. Oh, that's just wide.
Service over. 8, 11.
Yeah, to me the big difference so far, Chris, has been the wonderful change of pace employed by Zheng Shuwei and Wang Yaxiong, especially Wang Yaxiong.
Yeah, and it's all come down to just being on the attack for the vast majority of the game. I think the Koreans have had the attack maybe only 2 rallies.
Here's the change of pace again. Yeah. It's so varied, the varied angle. But you're right, Chris, they're hitting constantly in a downward direction, this pair.
And at the moment it's too easy. Their attack is so good so far. It's too hard for the Koreans to maintain the defense to then try to get on the attack.
Oh, that's wild.
14, 8.
Goodness me. That was a thunderous smash.
15, 8.
It's interesting, last week when I watched the Chinese play, they looked good, but they didn't look as confident or as good as this, whereas this week, I don't know if they've taken the confidence from last week, but they're playing so well.
And 6 of the last 7 points. Make that 7 of the last 8 points.
Everything's so calm, composed, nothing's rushed. It's accurate, good variation, getting the attack for the vast majority of the game.
Nice block. Longest rally of the match so far. Beautiful. Brilliant. Oh goodness, what a rally. Oh, that's perfect. What a beautiful punch clear from Zheng Qiwei. The Koreans are challenging. And the home fans here in China chanting in. It really is wonderful the way they chant in English.
And although I do think that was in, and it was an incredible shot, good vision, yeah. It's quite a big rally for the Koreans just because they actually sustained for a period of time. The defence has given them a bit of belief that they can, to an extent, handle the attack. So they still lost the rally, but it's got to give them some kind of confidence, because at the moment it is one-way traffic.
67 shots.
Service over. 9-17.
Yes.
Service over. 18-9.
Well,
Go ahead.
the Olympic silver medalists have been quite simply totally dominant in this opening game so far.
This is the thing, the Koreans really haven't settled, but it is full credit to the Chinese. They have not allowed the Koreans to settle at all. We've had one rally, really, and that's it.
Game point opportunities. A whole host of them for the world number ones, Zheng Qiwei and Huang Yaxiong.
This is the thing, 12 minutes. They've just been that good so far.
Oh, that's just wide though.
Service over. 10-20.
Opening game, 21-10 in favour
First game
of
won by
Zheng Qiwei and Huang Yaxiong.
21-10.
13 minutes. Yeah, that is the simplest put away, I think, for a game points. So 21-10 in 13 minutes. Opening game to Zheng Qiwei and Huang Yaxiong.
好，非常棒！接下来我们的有奖问答要来了。那么我选择我身后这位女士了，漂亮的格子的女士啊，来，请您站起来。对，就是您，很幸运啊！来，我们的第一个问题，请您看身后的大屏幕，让我们看看你要问的问题是：根据世界羽联规定，发球部的超过多少米 ？A. 1米 B. 1.15米 C. 1.4米。大点声。选 E， 让我们看看您的回答是否正确的。 来，恭喜回答正确，您将获得由李宁为您提供的900元内非常好的礼物出来，恭喜您，谢谢。好，朋友们，我们继续期待下一个精彩的互动，还有很多礼物，你们保持热情。
20 seconds, 20 seconds. Second game, level play.
So the umpire calls for the start of the second game. Zheng Qiwei and Huang Yaxiong totally dominant in the opening game. 21-10.
Service over, 1 love.
Oh, good work from Zheng. Oh, that's a fabulous backhand. My goodness me. Generated power with very little backswing. Look at that, holding that shot until the last moment. That is fantastic.
In that rally before, don't see why it doesn't get any better than that. Everything about it, the technique, the shot quality, the placement was absolutely pinpoint. And this is what he's been like throughout the whole tournament.
Yep. And that is certainly what the Korean pair need to do more of. Get the shuttle going in a downward direction. The threats of Huang at the front of the court, forcing Chae into error. Look, the racket was up ready. Nice. There was a huge gap across court. You've got to really question Chae's shot there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think the
should
shot
have kept it straight, Chris.
Yeah, it's just the angle. It's not good enough angle, but it's well spotted again by Zheng Siwei. Stepped up, he's taken it early, he's been proactive, and then it's fairly comfortable for him to put it in the gap. It's good work from Chae there, covering the court, moving the shuttle around.
3-4.
And there's a gap. Good placement.
Five, 3.
From Chae. They are incredibly sharp at the moment.
3.
Huang and Zheng Siwei. Question is whether they can keep that sharpness for the entirety of the match. Lovely drop. Continuous pressure once they got the shuttle going in a downward direction.
7.
Thing is, they're almost making it look too easy. If anyone's, watching badminton for the first time, they would think, well, this is a very comfortable final, but it's just the level they're playing at. They're playing an incredible pair from South Korea, but they're just playing, it doesn't get much better than this from the Chinese.
4.
He's only missed that by literally a whisker, hit the tape and not quite gone over.
Now that was nice. I like that little guided shot across
5,
court from
7.
Chae.
It's this one
This
here.
one,
Yep.
yeah.
That's where the big gap is.
Also wasn't trying to hit the winner as hard as possible. It was all about placement. Oh, confusion. And that cost them dear. They both hesitated. The two left-handers from Korea.
Something that the Chinese have done so well. They've really unsettled their opponents. They've had good variation themselves. They've been so solid, so sharp.
Yeah.
Session challenges called out.
Called out. And there's a challenge here from the Koreans. Want the instant review to adjudicate for us.
Not even going to comment what I think, because I've no idea.
Good call, line judge. Very good call, line judge.
One
Well done.
challenge remaining. 9-5.
I'm not sure Zheng Wei actually meant to leave that. I think he missed it.
Yeah, I don't think he quite did. But if he can't reach it, it's got to be out.
Yeah, that's a pretty good rule of thumb, in all honesty.
6-9. Yeah.
Good work by the Koreans in defense. I'd say the Chinese, they're so smooth that when they're in the wrong formation, as in Zheng Siwei's at the net, and then transitioning and rotating to get to the back, so smooth.
Oh, that's wrong with the back line. Yeah, and the body language tells the story. Showing you Zheng really frustrated at herself.
She's found it difficult today to get into the game.
Good rally. Oh my goodness, how on earth did Chae defend that one? And defend it with such quality.
Yeah, he does incredible there, and he turns it just wide enough to make his opponent move. Did need a moment of brilliance for the Koreans to stay in that rally.
Good rush on the return of serve. And it means that the three-time former world champions have a 3-point advantage here at the mid-game interval of the second game, having already won the first. In a commanding position now, Zheng Wei and Huang.
Twenty seconds. 11-8. Play.
Zheng Jun, president of China Badminton.
Service over 9-11.
Cheng Siwei to his partner.
Silver, Will 9.
For this match, over the last 2 weeks, I've been singing the praises of Chae just with how much I think she's improved over the last 6 months, and I think today it's just tough for her because she hasn't been allowed to play. The Chinese have kept her out of the game, and they've been so good that she hasn't really been able to do anything.
Yeah, as demonstrated in that rally.
This is the thing when you know your opponents are playing incredibly well, and it's very obvious for everyone to see how well the Chinese are playing. On that shot there, see how you think it's got to be a bit better than it is, because you think you can't get through unless it's special, and then you end up gifting them a cheap point.
Service over 10-13.
Zheng Siwei there after the point, yeah, shaking his head. He knows he's got to go out high to give his partnership time, or he's got to neutralise and fade.
Nice, that is such a good drop shot from Cheng Siwei. That skimmed the net, you know. Watch this.
And the thing is, it doesn't even surprise me. This week, he's been that good.
Yeah.
To get a net caught off a drop shot doesn't really happen very often, but all week he's been on fire.
Oh, yeah. She's going for too much. Too anxious to start winning points. And that is actually translating into errors rather than helping the cause.
Service over 11-15.
Yeah, mate, what you said about Chae. It all comes down to not being involved in the game. You then almost try and force it when you do, and it's horrible when you're the net player and you don't really get any shots. You think, what am I doing? Am I doing the wrong thing? I'm not getting involved. It's such a difficult one.
Oh, that was a nice shot. Oh, it's bounced wide. The deflection took it wide of the sideline. Initially, I think it was going to land in had it not hit the top of the tape.
11.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Jill. I think that was definitely going in. It would have been a great shot. A little bit of bad luck.
Time is running out for the world champions. Well, the body language after that rally between the two Koreans.
17-11.
If you're a Korean fan, that will bother you. They both sort of looked at each other and shrugged their shoulders as if to say to each other, what can we do? Almost as if they were resigned to defeat. Oh, brilliant net shot. Utterly brilliant from Huang.
18.
It's amazing to think last week this was a 50-50 game, and they could easily have lost the Chinese. And this week they have been, yeah, I've said it a few times, but they've been almost unplayable.
Brilliant. 2 points away from the title.
19-11.
They won the Fuzhou China Open in 2018 and then lost in the final of that same event a year later. Missed it. It is match point opportunities. And we've only just, literally just passed the half-hour mark.
Match point.
9 match points. That's gone long. And victory for Zheng and Huang Yaqiong. Their 6th title of the year. To add to the 3 Super 1000s that they won, Malaysia, All England and Indonesia, the Asian Games, of course, and last week in Kumamoto. They didn't just win, they did it in style. 21-10, 21-11. A match lasting just 31 minutes. That is utterly extraordinary. They've destroyed the world champions today. Well, they hold a finger up to indicate #1. And there's no doubt about it, Chris, is there? They're playing like that. They are the best player on the planet.
Yeah, the consistency and level that they showed throughout the whole tournament is, I would go far as to say, astonishing, because at no point did their level dip. They were absolutely incredible every single match.
21-10, 21-11. The margin of their victory in just 31 minutes. Extraordinary. It's the final rally. And the shuttle goes long of the back line, clearly long. Yeah, wonderful performance by Zheng and Huang Yaqiong. We will have the prize presentation in just a moment for the mixed doubles finalists. While we're waiting for that, Chris, just a quick word from you on the qualifiers now for the World Tour finals. They left it late in the day, didn't they? The Hong Kong-China pair, Tang Chungman and Si Young-set, but they thoroughly deserved it. When you look at the second half of the year, they played very well indeed.
They have, and some of their later performances and results have been really good. And even last week, on one hand, it could look a bad result because they lost first round, but they lost first round to the pair that we just saw then, and in 3 very competitive games. I think they fully deserve to have qualified, and showing that they're back to close to their best.
Yeah, lovely to see. Just to remind you that the qualifiers for the World Tour finals, Feng Yangzhe, Huang Dongping, Watanabe and Higashino, the 2 pairs that we've just watched today, Puavaranukroh and Thayrat Thanachai, Kim Won-ho and Jong Na-eun, Chen Tang-jia and To Wei, and Tang Chungman and Si Young-suet. So, 2 Chinese pairs, 2 Korean pairs in that lineup for the World Tour finals. As we wait for the prize presentation, Chris, let's just also reflect back on the mixed doubles discipline here in Shenzhen. It was a big surprise that Watanabe and Higashino lost in the first round to Ye Hongwei and Liu Chia-sin, who were just pipped at the post for qualifying for the World Tour finals. But we know that Watanabe's had his injury problems, but, you know, they played well last week. They were semi-finalists a week ago. I'm sure they will bounce back for the World Tour finals.
Yeah, I think they will, and I think they've often struggled with that pair from Chinese Taipei. So dangerous. Huang, he's quite a unique character, and I think his dangerous overhead attack has really troubled the Japanese, because although they've beaten them before, it was always been incredibly close. It was in Japan they played them, and it was setting, and it could have easily have gone the other way. So I think it's one of those pairs that they just find a bit difficult with the style. They don't match up that well against them.
Maybe because he's a left-hander and playing against the same as Watanabe and Higashino, male player left-handed, female right-handed, maybe they don't get much practice. Well, of course they get practice, because Kaneko and Matsutomo, they must practice against them. It just must be the style of play.
I do think, though, if anyone is going to trouble the world #1, it's going to be difficult on that form. I'm still in a little bit of shock of how good they have been throughout the whole week, because the level and consistency, at no point did they dip. I think the Koreans found this week a little bit tougher, and I think their level definitely did dip from last week. But I've watched almost every match that Huang Yaqiong and Zheng Siwei have played this week, and wow, at no point did their concentration go, their level go, their discipline. It's been incredible the whole week, and I think that almost summarized it in the final, beating the world champions in a very one-sided encounter.
Yeah, they were totally dominant, there's no question about it. Well, let's also look forward to our next final, which is women's singles, and Han Yue in her first Super 750 tournament final against the Olympic champion. Now, the Olympic champion, without any shadow of a doubt, has been in tremendous form. This is her 4th final in 4 tournaments played. So presumably she's got to start as the favourite, but you can never write off any Chinese women's singles player.
No, I think Chen Yufei's been incredibly consistent against other Chinese players, and she does have a bit of a stranglehold over them. But in a final, as you said, you can never write anyone off, and especially as they're going to be training day in, day out, they're going to know each other's games. Chen Yufei's got the pressure on her, so it's going to be an interesting one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the leading China Master 2023 HSBC BWF World Tour Super 750 Mixed Doubles Award Ceremony is about to start.
有请获奖运动员入场。
Let's welcome the awarded players.
So the players are brought on to centre stage for the prize presentation.
获得混合双打亚军的是来自韩国的徐承宰、蔡佑宁。
The runner-up of mixed doubles are CHN, Chae from Korea.
So Chae and Chae Yu-jung.
获得混
For a
合
third
双
time
打
this year
冠
in
军
their
的
sixth
是
final, they
来
have
自
to
中
settle
国
for
的
second best.
郑思维、黄雅琼。
The
Well, what
champion
tremendous
mixed doubles
form
are
from Zheng Siwei and Huang
Yaqiong
Yaqiong.
from China.
A 6th title of the year.
有请国际奥委会委员、世界羽联第1副主席昆颖帕塔玛丽斯达格拉布女士为获奖运动员颁发奖杯。
Let's welcome Madam Queenie Hatmalis Ragla, member of International Olympic Committee, Deputy President of Badminton World Federation, to present the trophies.
Yes, that's a lovely touch. The gold trophies for the winners. Magnificent trophies they are too.
感谢颁奖嘉宾。
Thanks, Madam Queenie Hatmalis Ragla.
有请深圳市市委常委、宣传部部长张琳为获奖运动员颁发鲜花。
Let's welcome Madam Zheng, Director General of the Publicity Department of the CBC CHN Municipal Committee, to present the flowers.
感谢颁奖嘉宾。
Thanks, Madam Zheng.
有请汇丰中国副行长兼大湾区办公室总经理陈庆耀为获奖运动员颁发支票。
Let's welcome Daniel Chen, Executive Vice President and Head of Greater Bay Area, HSBC China.
Very
to present the
handsome
prize check.
checks too for the finalists of the mixed doubles discipline. The winners, $85,100
Now, let's welcome
US.
our distinguished guests to take photos with the players.
"感谢颁奖嘉宾。
Thanks to all presenters.
So for Zheng and Huang
请获奖运动员
her
合影留念。
47th
Photo
career
time for the
title
finalists.
as a pair. Quite astonishing. They only formed their partnership at the end of 2017, and we've had a
现
global
在
pandemic
是
in
冠
between
军
as well.
专属时刻。
47.
And now, the time for the champion. Please enjoy the moment.
Ah,
谢谢，敢为人先，与众不同，与深圳
Big
共频率
smiles.
共荣耀。接下来，
Big
我们也
stars.
请两位获奖运动员移步台侧，按压象征荣誉的印记。
Let's welcome the players. Move to the side of the stage.
so we look
and
forward
press the
to our
mark of
second
honor.
final of the day. Coming up very shortly will be the women's singles final. And it's an all-Chinese affair. But Han Yue, in her first Super 750 tournament final, is up against the very in-form Olympic champion, Chen Yufei.